Yeah, let's get on to Frieren episode 22 called Future Enemies. This episode, we're taking a little break in between the tests and we're looking in and seeing what everyone's up to on their 3-day wait. So basically, just chilling on this episode, pretty much.
Filler.
It
Basically.
was essentially filler. I mean, TLDR, skip to the next section of the podcast. Everybody went out to eat.
Yeah, this is definitely a slice of life, the slice of life version of Frieren. So, basically, we start this episode off with Fern and Frieren knocking on Stark's door in the evening. They got back from round one. Fern is absolutely pissed though because Stark was still sleeping in the middle of the day, and because he stayed up late at night, and he also drank juice, which is wild to be pissed off about. But
Can I just say something? Like, fuck Fern.
Yeah.
Mind your goddamn business. Like,
No,
for real.
this episode made me so anti-Fern. Like, she's just a stuck-up fucking brat. Like,
yes.
Oh no, somebody slept in that was basically on a vacation while you were at your fucking magic test. Cool. Like, and then like she just gets pissed off all the time and does this little pouty face and get whatever she wants. So Fern, get off your high horse.
She is a product of what they've done. Frieren and Stark has created this.
Yeah. Because like if you just don't care that she's giving you the silent treatment, she'll start talking, you know? Like, F off, Fern. But yeah, they got to do a better job of reeling her in because it's ridiculous. It made me like her way less.
Yeah, I think as well is I guess she wants Stark to be an ideal person, I assume, and that's why she does what she does, especially since the world that they live in and the goal that they're trying to achieve.
Yeah,
it's not like
that's
us
great
over here, you know.
No, that's great. But fuck Fern, he was drinking juice. He wasn't out there gambling and sleeping with hookers. Like, come on, man. Like,
he was gambling. He was gambling.
Care. She didn't know that.
and yeah, I don't get it. Like, F off.
But I think this was just a way to get them to the restaurant because in order to make her happy, they decided to go eat at an expensive restaurant. Deacon and Laughlin meet up with Richter as well, and they go eat at the same restaurant. And I thought it was funny that Richter was still complaining about throwing hands. And I'm just wondering, like, y'all think he got worked and Deacon had to handle all the business back then, or what?
No, I think Richter definitely got worked if he's complaining about it.
He's like, I'm still sore, bro. Like, shut up. You're like 40 years younger than that old man. Chill, bro. But and then we cut to Ubel. She's actually talking to Four Eyes. I have no idea what his name is, but the one that can create shadow clones, basically. And they're talking about her not killing Warble, and she can now use his binding spell, which is kind of crazy. And she says that a magic a person specializes in is strongly related to her life and nature, and that she can use other people's spells only if she can emphasize with them. So my thing is, do you think that's why she didn't kill Warble instantly? Is that way she could learn a few spells to use in the future, like the binding spell?
I think she just found like him interesting.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was more like this guy has killed so many people, but he's still hesitant. Like, okay, like that's very different than myself. I'll kill you without thinking about it. Like,
yeah,
let's see what he does.
I should probably learn something from this guy. So I'm not a psychotic bitch, but let's let him live. But Four Eyes' name is Land.
Land, like the ground.
Yeah, like what the dude, come on, man. What the fuck are we doing right now? We're talking about land and fucking Stonehenge.
But yeah, I'm just gonna still call him Four Eyes, so because that's what Ubel calls him. But like I said, she can now use that binding spell, and she binds Four Eyes with it, and starts trying to emphasize with him because I guess she's trying to learn how to use the cloning spell from him, right? Is that what y'all think? Is that what y'all got out of it?
Oh, 100%. She would love that.
Ubel with that cloning spell would be fucking fierce, dude.
Yeah, because it's basically a true representation of yourself multiplied, and it's like no different from your true self, right? So
Yeah, she's trying to get the upgrade to jump Jutsu Kaisen. Yeah, that's all. She's trying to jump people. She wants to gang up on folks.
and he's not really having it. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with you. You need to leave me alone. All that good stuff, which is good because we don't need Ubel even more crazy. She's got a binding spell now, so we don't need her to have a cloning spell as well. So, but the main bit of this episode, all that we talked about so far, it was leading up to everybody meeting at the Bell, which is the best restaurant in town. And everyone, like I said, we seen coincidentally went to eat here at the same time. All three groups. Degens had gone with his late wife 50 years ago. Frieren went with the hero party 80 years ago. So it's been around for a long time. And I just want to touch on like a conversation that was the flashback and conversation that they had while they was there. Frieren was saying that she eats so much to himmel because there are flavors that she never gets to experience again. And I agree with that. Like she's an elf. She probably don't get to see very many good flavors over and over again. But the self-proclaimed best chef of this generation tells her that his flavors would still taste the same in 100 to 200 years. And Frieren actually had a point with this. Most chefs do actually say that, but they also try to leave their mark by changing the flavors in the future. And I just want to ask, like, our little chef in here, Bass over here, like, what are your thoughts on this whole thing right now?
The moment you give somebody else a recipe, they're going to change it
Yeah.
to
Okay.
suit their own taste. Yeah. That's just how it works. That's
No.
how you create. That's what cooking is.
There's no such thing as a perfect recipe.
No, sir.
And do you think like he was a little bit cocky to be saying that his flavors would last in the future? He was the best chef of this generation, all that stuff. Or you think that's just like the general mentality of like really good chefs?
Pure arrogance.
Nah,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
This man won blue, dude. He's the king.
Pure arrogance. I mean, because like even like if a restaurant you went to was like serving like 70s or 80s styles food, you'd be like, this isn't great. Like people's taste change over time. You have to adapt to it. Yeah.
I definitely agree with Fern on the overeating when you're getting new flavors you don't normally get. Like when I was out in California, I went to a Korean restaurant.
Oh,
And this food was so fucking good. I got jalapeno cheese katsu chicken curry, and I was like full halfway through the plate, but I just kept eating because I couldn't stop myself because it was like I don't have Korean food like this back in like where I live, so like I'm gonna enjoy this while I can. And then I didn't eat the rest of the day because I was so full.
I was gonna say that's how you end up like leaning on the car outside after you walk to the car. And
Nah, I just had to go sit at an
how you
airport
gonna
for like
make it?
3 hours and get on a plane, dude. I was just content. I would have had some beers and I was content.
Brother was happy. Good.
That's good. I don't know. I can't eat like that. If I do, like some of it's coming back up somewhere, like fast.
Damn.
But speaking of like all that, Himmel actually tells the chef that his reward for finding the knife, I believe they got for him, his missing knife.
It's
He wants
heirloom knife. Yeah.
yeah. He wants to make sure his flavors are the best even in the future. He wants to make sure the chef makes his flavors last. And he says that he'll do what no other chef has ever done before. And I just got curious, like, why do you think he chose that reward for the chef? Do you think he chose it for Frieren to make Frieren happy in the future? Is that where it's going?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it. I was just curious what y'all thought too.
Yeah, I feel like telling a chef not to evolve is kind of fucked. So I think it was definitely for Frieren. Because like, aren't you always trying to make a dish that surpasses your last one?
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
So
I
like,
thought.
Yeah, like don't evolve as a cook, dude. Just stay the way you are.
For
You're
my
fine.
one elf friend that's going to be back here in 200 years.
Maybe,
Maybe.
possibly.
Maybe.
And the conclusion of that is Frieren actually says that the flavor was changed, even after all that talk from the big bad chef. But she also says that it's also better now than it was back then, so that's good. And since they spent so much time like leading to this restaurant scene and all that stuff, and even in the restaurant scene, just for flashbacks and stuff, what do you think they were trying to say with this particular, like the whole restaurant scene, in your
Nothing.
opinion? Nothing?
Absolutely
No.
nothing. Wasting my goddamn time.
I think they needed some filler.
Okay. You think it was just like a
No,
relaxing time, no message included?
Things
No.
change.
Things change, but they stay the same.
Brought to you by the Anime DJs podcast.
Fuck. Dude, this whole episode to me was like when you would like go play like a rival sports team in your city or something, and then you would go to like a Denny's with your teammates after, and then the other rival team would fucking show up and you'd just be staring at each other the entire time while trying to have your conversation. Like that's all this shit was a fucking bunch of volleyball players or soccer players going to a goddamn Denny's. I didn't need this.
No, I didn't need it either. They could have just not aired this.
They could have literally just went to the next episode. It would have been fine.
This would have been a great week for vacation for the animators.
And for us.
I agree. I agreed with Dinkin though. As soon as he come in, he's seen Frieren and all them, and he's like, and I think Richter was like, "Bro, look at him. There's Frieren." And Dinkin's like, "Yo, just leave him alone. We're all here to eat and have fun. Don't mess with him."
He's like, "We'll see him in 2 weeks on our turf. We're on their turf right now. They got to come to the away game."
But yeah, shout out Dinkin. Like Dinkin kind of become one of my favorite characters of the show, honestly.
Definitely better than Fern at this point, that bitch.
No.
100%.
Maybe for y'all, but not for me.
Yeah,
I
fuck
still
Fern.
really like
all my
Fern.
homies hate Fern, except for Tyler.
But then like we get into the closing section of this episode. Warble came and took Stark because he needed a warrior to help fight a Fresser. I don't know what that is, a big old monster demon thing or something. But he was actually totally a different guy. And Stark got bailed out too. I bet he's glad that he was able to go fight a huge monster instead of hanging out with 4 girls, with Vern included. So shout out Warble for saving that boy.
One of the boys.
Yeah. But speaking of like the 4 girls hanging out, Laween and Connie, they all go back to the hotel and they thank Frieren for helping them get to the second round. And this just leads us into a flashback with Himmel telling Frieren that in order to be remembered, she must change someone's life for the better, even if it's a small change. And so, do we think Frieren is doing a good job at reaching that specific goal?
Yeah, I might have actually missed this part. I kind of fell asleep during this episode because it was so boring. No, I'm just kidding.
I think she's doing a good job.
Yeah, she's doing fine. She's doing fine. I just like going from that last episode to this, I was like, damn.
Yeah. Well, I knew something like this was going to happen probably. There was no way we was going to get 2 like banger episodes.
They weren't
like
even
that
walking.
back, so.
They weren't even walking. They were just sitting.
They walked some, bro. But
not enough for Dan.
I guess one of the most interesting things of this episode is the second part of the test came in, and it is gonna be happening at the ruins of the king's tomb, and the proctor is gonna be Sense, and she has proctored 4 tests, and no one has passed any of them before. So we have 16 people left right now, I'm pretty sure. And I just want to know how many. Let's make a guess. Let's make a gamble here. We have 16 people left. How many we think passes this next test? Since no one has ever passed this test in the last 4 that she's given.
Okay, so I'm gonna say over under for how many pass is 7.5. I'm taking the over. I think there's going to be 8. And then
Okay.
for the final futures over under on how many people get their first class mage certificate in the mail 2 weeks later, a little piece of paper that doesn't matter. I'm guessing 4, and Fern is not one of them.
What about you, Bass?
I was gonna say 3 to 4 to get through this test. I think Dinkin.
Oh,
Frieren, Fern.
you only think 3 or 4 is going to get through this part? How many think is going to get to the actual license?
1 to 2. One of them
Okay.
being Frieren.
All right, so I'm going over. Bass is going under.
I think I'm gonna hit around. I think over on the first one. I really think there's gonna be 7 or 8, somewhere around that, as
Okay.
well.
And then we'll make the over under for the final test 2.5.
Yeah, and I think that the final test is gonna be like, I think there's gonna be probably 4, honestly.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what Dan's. I think. Did you say
I
3?
said 4.
4. Okay.
4, and Fern's not going to be one of them. Fern
I
ain't
think
making the
Fern
cut.
is going to be one. I think Fern and Frieren's going to be on here, and I think Deacon as well. So that's 3 that I think.
My guess is Frieren, Denkin, Werbel, and Umel. I think Umel, they're going to let the evil girl go through, which I'm excited for.
That should be cool.
Okay. We shall
think
see.
Fern's gonna
It's
lose
gonna
to
be
her.
interesting. We're predicting the future here, y'all.
We're gambling. I actually, if you go in the Discord, I have a secret section with over-unders on anime for the weekly rundown, and I have been reining in money, guys. Let me tell you.
Who's been betting against you?
Somebody sports gambles.
Deadly has Deadly been betting against you?
If you come sign up for the Anime Degens gambling section, you get 2 free bonus bets of $25.
It is sponsored by Dan, by the way.
Yes.
It is. It's actually sponsored by Blue Chew.
Not an ad. Hashtag not an ad. But
Thank you
that's
for our
it for
sponsor.
Frieren. That's it for Frieren. Next is One Piece, I guess.